Okay. 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 Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome you to Puckett Fieldhouse on the campus of Central Methodist University, where today's volleyball match between Benedictine and Central Methodist. Central Methodist under head coach Coleman Lee, 8-4, 2-3 in the conference. Benedictine under head coach Victoria Hurd, they're 9-3 and 3 in the conference. Last night, Central Methodist defeated Baker 25-8, 25-12, 25-16. While Benedictine, they made the trip to Marshall last night and defeated Missouri Valley 25-14, 25-18, 25-14. Upcoming sports events there. One of them is just underway. That's the first half score. A women's soccer game between Central Methodist and Clark 4-1 down in Dubuque. At 1:30 p.m., the men's soccer team, ranked number 1 in the polls, take on Clark as well. Then 6 p.m., it's the Central Methodist football trying to go for win number 1. They head to Lamoni, Iowa, taking on Graceland for a 6 p.m. start time. Then also this coming Wednesday, it should be a fun matchup there in Marshall. Women's soccer takes on Missouri Valley, 5 p.m. start time. Then another top 10 showdown between between Central Methodist number 1 and number 8, Missouri Valley at number 5, Missouri Valley at 7:30 p.m. Volleyball next Friday will be in Dubuque, Iowa, taking on Clark 7 p.m. as well. Then next Saturday is, of course, Family Day here at Central Methodist University. Hopefully we'll see all the great families make the trip to Fayette from wherever you are, whether it's here in Fayette, Missouri, anywhere else. We're looking forward to a great family day. And I think next Saturday the temperature is supposed to be 84 degrees, according to Channel 8's own Matt Beckwith last night. Of course, the football team, they'll take on Culver Stockton at 1 o'clock. Volleyball, they're in Cedar Rapids, Iowa, taking on Mount Mercy at 2 p.m. Then men's soccer, they'll be home against Graceland 5. Women's soccer at 7:30 p.m. against Graceland as well. And then the next home game for volleyball on September 27th, taking on Missouri Valley at 7 p.m. In the standings there, we got a three-way tie for first place in the South with Mid-American Nazarene, Benedictine and Park, all 3-0. Evangel is number 4 at 3-2. Central Methodist 2-3, and then Baker 1-4. Missouri Valley at 0-4. In the North Division, William Penn has a one-game lead over Peru State at 2-1. Mount Mercy and Grandview are tied for third at 3-2. Culver Stockton's 4-3. Graceland is 0-4, and then Clark is 0-5 there. We're going to take about a 90-second break there. Continue our pregame show. We'll give you some updates around Major League Baseball, and of course, something historic could be happening in St. Louis as well. We'll tell you all about it in our pregame show as well. Night. They have a doubleheader. The second. Okay, now we don't. I'm just trying to. We're back here at Puckett Fieldhouse. Central Methodist taking on Benedictine. Also a new score there. Central Methodist is leading Clark 5-1 there. Thanks to a couple of goals there by Marcella Helena. Also a goal by Sandra Jakobsen, Ronisha Frank, and Laura Riesenbach as well to make it 5-1. Of course, last night, a big night there as Albert Pujols hit career home run number 698. That came in the bottom of the seventh inning against the Cincinnati Reds. Hit a two-run homer there to tie the game before Cardinals won 7-4 as well. And, of course, the Cardinals, they're playing the Cincinnati Reds in a game of a doubleheader there. First game was 12-15. We'll give you some baseball scores there. The Cleveland Guardians leading the Minnesota Twins 2-0 into the bottom of the third inning. Cardinals and the Reds 0-0. Of course, Albert Pujols is playing today. He's playing first base, hitting in that number 2 spot in the batting order there. He's hitting in the... And Albert Pujols in his first at bat drew a walk, came in there batting .264 on the season as well. So hopefully we'll give you updates on Albert Pujols as he becomes the fourth player with 700 career home runs, joining Barry Bonds at 762, Hank Aaron 755, Babe Ruth at 714. And of course, earlier this week in Pittsburgh, he'd moved into the number 4 spot, passing Alex Rodriguez as well. So it should be a lot of fun there. And so they're playing a doubleheader. Second game will be at 6:15 p.m. as well. At 6 o'clock on the MLB Network, you got the New York Yankees taking on the Milwaukee Brewers. Brewers defeated the Yankees last night 6-5 on a game-winning RBI single by Colton Long there to give the Brewers a lead. They're still in the hunt for the National League wild card there as well. The Yankees, I think they're still 5 up on Tampa Bay and Toronto in the American League East. Of course, Houston last night clinched the playoffs. Defeated the Oakland A's thanks to 3 home runs by Yolando Alvarez as well. So Houston, along with the Dodgers, have already clinched playoff spots. Of course, both of these teams are the 2 best teams in Major League Baseball as well. So, boy, this is one of the funnest times of year for if you're a great baseball fan. I would tell you this. This is one of the best ones you want to watch, a lot of good Major League Baseball. Every game is a pennant race. You got so many good teams there. Of course, this year 12 teams make the playoffs. Of course, there is no 163, so the season ends on October the 5th on a Wednesday as well. So it's going to be a lot of fun there, and of course, in just about 3 more weeks, the wild card playoffs begin there as well. And I think if the playoffs start today, the Cardinals will play the San Diego Padres in a wild card game. The other one would be the Atlanta Braves take on the Philadelphia Phillies. And then the American League, you got Houston, while you got New York, and the Los Angeles Dodgers both have first-round byes. On the American League side, you got Houston, best record in the American League. The New York Yankees at number 2, but look out. There comes Tampa Bay and Toronto. They are playing really good. The number 3 spot is Cleveland. They have a 3-game lead over the Chicago White Sox in the American League Central. And then, of course, in the wild card chase, you got, looks like, I would say it's probably going to be Seattle and Toronto. Of course, Seattle's trying to make the playoffs first time since 2001. And then in the number 6 spot, you got Tampa Bay. They will play Cleveland in a first-round game. And I think next weekend, I think in about 13 days, both Tampa Bay and Cleveland will play a big series down in Cleveland. That could be a American League wild card playoff preview as well. So hopefully things are going good as both teams are hitting the floor, about ready to get started as well. Of course, many sponsors, Emmett's Kitchen, Tap, Dairy Queen, CNR Supermarket, Airlink, Braun Funeral Home. Also, Addison Laboratory, Drury Inns and Suites, and many other sponsors of Central Methodist Athletics there as well. So we're about ready to get started. We're about 3 minutes away from the start of the match there. Should be a fun ball game there. As you see, both teams are warming up there. As you see, the fans starting to file in there. I think some of them on a Saturday are either in Columbia watching the Missouri Tigers football team taking on Abilene Christian, or some of them have made the long trip to St. Louis to see Albert Pujols go for 700. And, of course, the Cardinals and the Reds conclude their series tomorrow, 1:15 p.m. on KMLX Radio on Bally Sports Midwest. Along with that, of course, tomorrow we got NFL football there at 12 noon there. You got the Tampa Bay Buccaneers taking on the New Orleans Saints in the NFC South battle. That should be a fun matchup down in New Orleans. 3:25 p.m. The defending AFC champion, the Cincinnati Bengals, take on the 0-1 Dallas Cowboys at AT&T Stadium. And then you got Sunday Night Football. The Chicago Bears take on the Green Bay Packers. That should be a fun one down at Lambeau Field as well. And then you got Monday Night Football, a doubleheader as well. 6 p.m. You got the Tennessee Titans take on your Buffalo Bills. And then at 7:30 p.m. on ABC Sports, you got the Minnesota Vikings take on the Philadelphia Eagles as well. That should be a fun matchup there as well. So lots of sports events going on there. Boy, it's going to be a lot of fun as well. Both teams warming up there. You see Central Methodist warming up. Of course, yesterday it was Coleman Lee's birthday, and a good way to celebrate his birthday with a 3-game sweep over Baker. And here comes... You see Central Methodist warming up there. We're about 41 seconds away there. Of course, we'll have prayer, national anthem, your starting lineups as well. So we're about ready to get started there. Glad to have you with us. We got some Dodger blue skies looking outside of Fayette, Missouri. And, of course, boy, this feels like I'm just getting ready to do the game of the week on NBC television with a guy named Vin Scully and Joe Garagiola on the broadcast booth as well. Feels like it's like a Saturday afternoon on NBC television. And looks like we are about ready to get started. So, fans starting to file in there. Benedictine and Central Methodist. Gary Linhart, our public address announcer, will probably say a few words there, and we should be ready to go, ladies and gentlemen. Bristol Bonner takes care of the other volleyball go out of play. There you see Benedictine will be lining up as well.
Ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon and welcome to Bucket Fieldhouse for today's Heart of America Athletic Conference matchup between the Ravens of Benedictine College and your 16th ranked Central Methodist Eagles. This
already got the starting lineups, the national anthem, and then we're about ready to get the lineups here. Sponsored by KMOX Radio, the radio home of your St. Louis Cardinals. That's Annabelle Mawson. Delaney Miller. That's Shay Lusby. Of course, got to meet her. Saw her mom and dad just a moments ago at a break time store on Paris Road. That's Crystal Bronner. That's Callie Henson. Joanna Milo. Marina Alonso. Head coach Coleman Lee, assisted by Caleb Bonaventure. Both of these teams were ready to get going as Benedictine. They're in their Cardinal red uniforms with the black trim, black numerals, birds on the bats. Central Methodist in the gray uniforms. Looks like the white trim, green numerals, and the birds on the bats. As well, we're ready to get started. Calling from the Catbird seat is Quentin Norris. You see one of my friends is the line judge, Junior Munster. He and I went to Central Methodist together, lived in Woodward Hall. Of course, last night he was one of the officials working there. So today he is the line judge today. And he and I have known each other for 30 years. Central Methodist. And you see one of the officials, the down official, checks the lineup card, making sure everybody's in their set positions there as well. Should be ready to get started. Should be a lot of fun. And it looks like that is Christina Isdick. And of course, Crystal Bronner will be getting ready to check in there as checking their lineup cards as well by the lower official as well. So we should be ready to get started. See Bronner, Callie Henson, looks like Joanna Milo, Shay Luby. And it looks like Annabelle Mawson. And it looks like Maria Alonso will serve. She is from Sao Paulo, Brazil, which is where one of my first friends I've ever met from Sao Paulo, named Marcus Baldini. Came to Slayer in fall of 1989. Gets the first serve going there. Here comes Benedictine. Let's see what they do here. Digs it out to Alonso. Here's a left-handed shot by Henson. Back goes Benedictine. Digs it out to Bronner. Bronner will set it up to Annabelle Mawson. Mawson, line drive shot there. Here comes a liner, and it's good. And Benedictine leads it 1-0 there. Mary Pat Taylor will serve. Taylor serving, line drive serve. Out Out to Alonzo. Here's Henson. Beautiful! Right on the line. We are tied at 1. Annabelle Mawson will serve. Annabelle Mawson, line drive serve. Back goes Benedictine. They set it up there. And it's tipped out of bounds on a point for Benedictine. They lead it 2-1. Two ones our score. First set. Line drive serve out to Bronner. Now they get it out there. Oh, nice job there. Benedictine tries to recover. Gets it over to Mawson. Alonzo. Oh, here's Callie Henson. Puts it down the right field line. And we are tied at 2. We are 2-2 in the first set. Crystal Bronner in this one from Jeff City. Went to Jeff City Elias High School. That's also where the sports director, Rod Smith from KRCG TV. And I'm sure he's in Columbia covering the Missouri Tiger football game against Abilene Christian. And it's a tip shot, and it's 3-2 Benedictine. So now in the serve is Maggie Showing from Indianapolis, Indiana, home of the Indianapolis Colts. That's who the Kansas City Chiefs will play on September the 25th. Into the net, tied at 3. And now it looks like that's Gabby Ochorik will serve from Poland. Like I said, hopefully in a few years we may see an NHL game be played in her neighborhood. Wouldn't that be sweet? And that's out of bounds, 4-3 now in favor of Central Methodist. First time they have led in this match. And Ochorik will serve. So Gabby Ochorik will serve. Line drive serve. Back goes Benedictine. And a shot is good. Tied at 4. Four tie now. First set. There's a line drive serve. A Turek. Oh, nice tip shot is good. I think that's Rita Campos. 5-4 Central Methodist. And Shay Luby in the serve. Like I said, I met her mom and dad earlier a few months ago at break time in Columbia on Paris Road. I was just getting something to drink, and of course, they were getting the gas on the way to Fayette. That goes Benedictine. There's Mawson, Ochorik. There's Shay Luby. Back goes Benedictine. Now, they will set it up. Bronner, Ochorik. Here's Annabelle Mawson. Hits the ceiling there. Back goes Benedictine. And a kill shot tied at 5. Now they want to move to another spot on the floor there. Try to get a better angle on where the place the shot. A Turek. Oh, nice tip shot there. That's Delaney Miller. Makes it 6-5. That's Paula Bosa in the serve. Of course, saw her family just sitting about maybe 10 rows in front of me. Their mom, Carrie, her sister, Mary, from Columbia, Illinois, in the serve there. Oh, yes, an ace, 7-5. Beautiful shot by Paula Bosa. Paula Bosa. Another line drive serve. Back goes Benedictine. Oh, line drive into the corner makes it 7-6 now. Jocelyn Lewis with the kill there. And now in the serve for Benedictine, number 5, Maria Wortman from Overland Park, Kansas. That's where longtime sports announcer Kevin Harlan lives. Line drive serve to Campo. There's a Turek. Gets it blocked. That's Milo. Back goes Benedictine. Let's see what Benedictine does. Tip shot. Dugs out by Campo. Turek. Now they set it up for Annabelle Massa. Now here comes Benedictine. Tip shot is good, and the game is tied at 7. Line drive serve to Bronner. There's Sydney Healy, puts it down there. An 8-7 lead for Central Methodist. Marina Alonso will serve. Now one of the players wants to talk it over with the up official. Probably wants an explanation there to see what was going on there. So Marina Alonso will serve 8-7 Central Methodist. First set here on CMUEagles.com and the Higher America Conference Network. Line drive serve. Back goes Benedictine. Little miscommunication makes it 9-7 Central Methodist. Matches their largest lead there. Marina Alonso serving. Takes a few bounces. Back goes Benedictine. Bronner. Alonso. Block. Recovered out to Alonso. Bronner. Nice tip shot there. Let's see if they can get it over in 3. Oh, yes, they can. Bronner. Alonso. Back goes Benedictine. Tipped it. Bronner. Mawson. Puts it down, 10-7. 3-0 run by Central Methodist. That's the largest lead so far at 3 points there. Marina Alonso, like I said, one of my first people from Brazil was Marcus Baldini, of course, came to Slater. They lived with the Cantlin family, Rex and Denise. They had 2 daughters, Amy, who was a year ahead of me in school, and Missy, she was a year behind me at Slater as well. Oh, nice shot. Annabelle Mawson makes it 11-7. And there is Marina Alonso in the serve. Line drive serve. Out of bounds. 11-8. Mary Pat Taylor from Omaha, Nebraska. AAA home of the Kansas City Royals. Oh, nice job by Johanna Milo. 12-8 Central Methodist. Annabelle Mawson. Line drive serve there. Here comes Benedictine. See Campos. Oh, beautiful, Rita Campos. 13-8 Central Methodist. Timeout here in the first set. Central Methodist 13. Benedictine 8 here on the Higher America Conference Network and CMUEagles.com. Well, let's see how Albert's doing so far. See if there's any new scores on. I think the men's game should be getting started in about 14 minutes. Okay. 7-1. Wow. Of course, Central Methodist Women's Soccer leading Clark 7-1. 3:04 to go in the match, and it should be in about 20 minutes or so. The men's soccer team, they'll be taking on Clark as well. And that's Annabelle Mawson with a tip shot there. Blocked out of bounds. 13-9 now. St. Louis Cardinals leading Cincinnati Reds 2-0. Let's see how Albert's doing. The great Albert Pujols. Back goes Central Methodist. Henson, that's blocked out of bounds. A point for Central Methodist, 14-. Albert Pujols, 0 for 0 with 2 walks on today. He is outrated. He is 2 away from the 700 club. As Mawson sets it up for Alonzo. Tip shot. Oh, that's beautiful. Callie Henson. 15-9 now. Now as Crystal Bronner serving. Back goes Benedictine. Block to Henson. Alonzo. Campos. Benedictine going in the scramble mode. And a kill shot makes it 15-10. Marissa Vance from Keller, Texas. Campos. Alonzo. Henson gets a block. Back goes Henson. Alonzo. Here's Campos. Out of bounds. Suddenly it's 15-11 now. Benedictine. (15-11). There's Campos to Alonzo. Here's Campos. Line drive serve. Back goes Benedictine. And that's out of bounds. 16-11 Central Methodist. So now Gabby Achurik will serve. Line drive serve. And that's an ace, 17-11. That's their largest lead. That match is the largest lead. It was 15-9 earlier. 6 is the largest now. Achurik. Line drive serve. And a point for Benedictine makes it 17-12. Sabrina Onis in the serve. Bronner back to Achurik. Block, and it's in there, 17-13. Sabrina Onis will serve from Clermont, Florida, around the Tampa area. Achurik. Line drive serve there. Back goes Benedictine. Blocked. And it's out of bounds. Now it's 17-14. Benedictine's on a 3-0 run now. Coleman Lee cheering on his team. Line drive serve there. Achurik. Healy. Back goes Benedictine. Block! Sydney Healy makes it 18-14. Rita Campos will serve. She is from Porto, Portugal. Campos. Back goes Benedictine. Out of bounds, 19-14. Campos, line drive serve. And here comes Benedictine. Ochurik. Oh, nice! Annabelle Mawson, 20-14. Rita Campos will serve. Oh, that's an ace! Rita Campos, 21-14. The largest lead already for Central Methodist. Benedictine's largest lead has been 1. The last time they led was 3-2. Line drive serve there. Back goes Benedictine. Out of bounds, 22-14. Suddenly, they're on a 5-0 run now. Trying to close out the first set in fine fashion, you might say. Campos, line drive serve. Back goes Benedictine on the tip play. Healy on the two-handed set play. Beautiful job there. Blocked by Cindy Healy. Oh, baby, what a play. 23-14. Campos in the serve. Line drive serve there. Nice shot there. Makes it 23-15. Caitlin Malik from Omaha, Nebraska. Line drive serve there. Gachore. Oh, nice. Beautiful. Delaney Miller. Set point now for Central Methodist. Let's get those hands clapping now. It's set point now as Paula Bosa will serve. Line drive serve there. Back goes Benedictine. And a point now. Makes it 24-16 now. Mary Pat Taylor with the point. Set point number 2 for Central Methodist. Or as Bob Barker would say on Price is Right, it's hole in 1 or 2. Bronner. Oh, that's a beautiful first set for Central Methodist. They won the first one, 25-16. We will begin set number 2 in 2 minutes, 2 seconds here on CMUEagles.com and the Higher America Conference Network. That's a great shot. Trying to see how our women's soccer's doing. You know what they call? He can a game. He can put a game. Let's see here. All righty then. 0 for 0. Very. It's a, 5-0. Wow. Back here at Puckett Fieldhouse, Central Methodist won the first one, 25-16. Of course, Benedictine led it early and often, but Central Methodist just pulled away for that first set. Of course, St. Louis Cardinals lead Cincinnati 5-0. Albert Pujols 0 for 0 with 2 walks. Of course, the final score today, Central Methodist women's soccer defeated Clark 7-1. They led 4-1 at halftime, and they had 3 more goals for a 7-1 victory. They're 2-0 in the conference, 6-2 altogether there. Of course, scoring the goals there. They had 2 goals from Marcella Helena. Also a goal from Sandra Jakobsen, Laura Reisenbeck, Serge Pincher, and then 2 goals from Rashina Frank. So Central Methodist with a big victory today. Marina Wortman will serve for set number 2. There's Henson, Alonzo. Now Kelly Henson makes it 1-0. Annabelle Mawson will serve. Line drive serve there. Back goes Benedictine. Mawson. Tip shot out of bounds. 2-0 Central Methodist. Out of bounds, makes it 2-1 now. Two one's our score. Line drive, here comes Bronner. Here's Mawson. Mawson. There's Alonzo. Milo makes it 3-1. Crystal Bronner will serve. Line drive serve. Here comes Benedictine. Alonzo. Here's a left-handed shot by Callie Henson. Alonzo. Campos. 4-1 Central Methodist. So Bronner in to serve. Quentin Norris in the Catford seat. 5-1 now. Delaney Miller. Five to 1 now. Here comes Benedictine. Alonso. I think that's Campbell. 6-1. Great start by Central Methodist. Another line drive serve there. Here comes Benedictine. Block, dug out. Bronner, Hinson. Back goes Benedictine. Alonso sets it up for Hinson. Left-handed shot. And a point for Benedictine. Now it's 6-2 now. Good sports. Now they do soccer. Bronner in the serve. Line drive. Here comes Benedictine. See what they do here. It's tipped out of bounds and a point Central Methodist. 7-2 now. 8-1. So it's 8-1 now. They got the score straightened out, and now here's a line drive. Oh, now a point for Benedictine. Now it's 8-2 now. Back goes Benedict. Oh, Delaney Miller, 9-2. Gabby Atoric. Line drive serve there. Oh, nice drop shot, Rita Campos. 10-2 now. I think men's soccer should be getting started down in Dubuque, Iowa. Otoric, Bronner, Healy. Yes, sir! 11-2. Gabby Otoric will serve. Ace, 12-2. That's like Otoric. Back goes Benedictine. Out of bounds, 13-2. Can you believe they're on a 5-0 run now? Gabby Otoric. Otoric. Campos. Bronner. Otoric. Miller out of bounds. 13-3 now. To 3 now. Set 2 now. Campos, Oture. Delaney Miller says thank you very much. 14-3. Campos. Campos. Back goes Benedictine. And it's tipped to make it 14-4. Mary Pat Taylor will serve. That is Chelsea McCulloch. And there is Annabelle Mawson shot into the net. Now it's 14-5. now. A Turek to Annabelle Mawson. Back goes Benedictine. And a kill shot makes it 14-6. Benedictine's on a 3-0 run now. Still have a long way to go. Central Methodist won the first one, 25-16. That's out of bounds. Now it's 15-6. Largest lead so far, it has been 11 for Central Methodist. Addison Butler from Wentzville, Missouri will serve. Line drive serve there. Here comes Benedictine. Let's see what they do here. Butler takes it out to Achori. Block, recovered by Milo. Nice recovery. Let's see what Benedictine does here. Oh, beautiful, ladies and gentlemen. That was outstanding. Blocked. Achuri. They'll set up for Healy with a right-handed shot, but Benedictine recovers it. And a kill there makes it 16-7. Caitlin Malik. (15-7) now. Here's Mawson. Line drive serve there. Healy. Oh, nice job there. Out of bounds, 16-7. Christina Isley will check in the game for Benedictine. Now in to serve is Marina Alonso. Marina Alonso. Bronner to Alonso. Here's Annabelle Mawson. It's blocked. It's now 16-8 now. Marina Wortman. Same area where Kevin Harlan used to be the radio announcer for the Kansas City Chiefs. Oh, beautiful one. Marina on 17-8 now. Annabelle Mawson. (17-8) now. Bronner, a little miscommunication. It's 17-9. Sabrina Onsens will serve. Bronner sets it up for Alonso. Here's Callie Henson. Benedictine gets a set up there. Alonso. Oh, Callie Henson with a left-handed shot, but here comes Benedictine. Blocked, but out of bounds, 17-10. 17-10 now. Here's Alonzo. It looks like Campos. Back goes Benedictine. 17-11 now. Back goes Campos. Henson with a left-handed shot. Back goes Benedictine. Nice dig out to Henson. Back goes Benedictine. Block! I think that is Joanna Milov. 18-11. Crystal Bronner in the serve. $18-11 now. Here comes Benedictine. Into the net, 19-11. Bronner still serving. Quentin Norris in the catbird seat. Boy, it feels like I'm at Dodger Stadium sitting in the Vin Scully press box. Now, a point for Benedictine makes it 19-12. To 12 now. Central Methodist leads the match 1-0, winning the first one 25-16. Nice drop shot. Pinson, Alonzo. Oh, that's a beautiful drop shot. 20-12. Yen Shepherds, and it looks like a timeout call. Second set, Central Methodist 20, Benedictine 12 on the Higher America Conference Network and CMUEagles.com. To 12, Yen Shepherds from Belgium. Hopefully in a few years we may see an NFL game be played in Belgium. Would that be sweet? 5-0 St. Louis over Cincinnati. Bomb with a fourth inning into the net. In the serve there. Healy. Back goes Benedictine. Kill shot makes it 20-14. Albert Pujols is 0 for 1. Of course, home run by Yadier Molina. His fifth of the year there. A 2-run shot there. So Albert's still chasing 700. And that probably could be a big news story heading into Monday. Looks like a net violation, 21-14. Looks like Rebecca Neighbors checks into the game from Los Angeles. And, of course, I know a lot of people in her area Upset about Ben Scully passing away, one of the greatest baseball announcers, and he was a hero of mine, did the voice of the Dodger for 67 years. (21-15). Mary Pat Taylor. Shepard. Healy. Oh, that's beautiful. Sydney Healy, 22-15. That's Addison Butler in the serve. Line drive serve, out of bounds, 22-16. Looks like Delaney Miller checks into the game. No, she comes back out. (22-16). Bronner, Shepard, Healy, beautiful! Sydney Healy, 23-16. Marino Alonso. (23-16). Here comes Benedictine. Line drive serve. Back goes Alonso. Oh, corner shot, 24-16. And now get your hands clapping, Central Methodist fans. Set point. Alonso, chance to give Central Methodist a 2-0 lead now. Benedictine on the attack. Let's see what they do here. Bronner. Neighbors keeps it alive there. Bronner. Alonso. Beautiful! Kelly Ensign, 25-16. They win set 2. They lead the match 2-0. We will have set 3 in 2 minutes, 2 seconds here on CMUEagles.com and the Higher American Conference Network. Back here at Puckett Fieldhouse, Central Methodist won that one 25-16. They lead the match 2-0 there as well. St. Louis Cardinals still leading Cincinnati 5-9. Bottom of the fourth inning. Albert Pujols 0 for 1, 2 walks. He is 2 home runs away from 700. Also, an historic moment happened in the Cardinals as Adam Wainwright and Yadi Emerlina pitched and caught together for the 325th time, surpassing a record held by Mickey Lolich and Bill Freehand of the Detroit Tigers. That happened back in 1972 as well. So great moment for the Cardinals there. And, of course, game number 2 of that doubleheader is at 6:15 p.m. Tomorrow it's at 1:15 for that finale of that 5-game series with the Cincinnati Reds. As hopefully that'll be the biggest news story you'll be hearing about on Monday morning. The day Albert becomes the 4th player to hit 700 home runs. Albert, I would say, a first ballot baseball Hall of Famer as well. So we're about ready to get set 3 as the official checks over the lineup cards. Central Methodist trying to go for win number 9, but most importantly, 3-3 in the conference. Marino Alonso. Marino Alonso. Line drive serve. Back goes Mawson. Back out to Alonso. Henson. Here comes Benedictine. It hit the antenna, and it's 1-0 Central Methodist. They're now... Central Methodist now on a 4-0 run. They scored the last 3 points of the second set. 1-0 now. 2-0. Ace. Trying to make quick work on this Benedictine ball club. Another line drive serve. Back goes Benedictine. Alonso, Bronner sets it up for Callie Henson. Benedictine in a scramble. Let's see what they do here. Oh, nice shot there. Now it's 2-1 now. Central Methodist won the first one, 25-16. Won the second one, 25-16. Trying to go for the sweep. Central Methodist women's soccer defeated Clark 7-2 goals there by Marcel Helena and Rashina Frank. Also Sandra Jakobsen, Laura Reisenbach, and Celeste Petrick. All getting the goals as well. And it's 3-1 Central Methodist. Men's soccer should be getting started as well. 3-0-2, 0-1 in the conference. Ranked number 1 in the polls. Annabelle Mawson. And see, it would be interesting if they'll remain number 1. Of course, women's soccer came in there ranked number 6. They could be in the top 5 there as well. And a point for Benedictine. Three to 2 now. Alonso just a bit outside. Tied at 3 now. It looked like it hit the line, but the up official says no, it went out of bounds. Alonso, Henson, back goes Benedictine. And a shot there, and Benedictine for the first time since they led 3-2 in the first set. Since they led 3-2 in the first set. Lead 4-3 now. Bronner. Oh, nice job there. That'd be 4 hits there. 4-4 tie. Crystal Bronner in the serve. now the down official wants to explain. Now it looks like Coach Hurt wants an explanation there. 4-4 tie now. Oh, nice job there by Miller, but back goes Benedictine. Blocked, and it's 5-4 now. 4 hits is the call. Crystal Broader in the serve. Line drive serve. Back goes Benedictine. Bronner. Henson. Back goes Benedictine. Blocked! 6-4, Rita Campos. (6-4) now. Spinning shot there. Here comes Benedictine. Henson. Tip shot. Out of bounds. 7-4. Bronner into the net. Makes it 7-5 now. Marissa Manis. Line drive into the net. Makes it 8-5. Gabby Achoric. Eight to 5 now. Oh, nice effort, but out of bounds. Makes it 8-6. Achuric. Out of bounds. 9-6. Central Methodist. So timeout Benedictine, 9-6 here in the third set here on CMUEagles.com and the Higher America Conference Network. Boy, it's been a fun day. Rita Campos. Five-0 Cardinals, bottom of the fifth inning. Albert Poole still 0 for 1 with 2 walks. Royals and the Red Sox will go at 3 p.m. from Fenway Park. And a point for Benedictine, 4 hits. 9-7 now. Caitlin Malik will serve. Line drive to Bronner. Achurik. Healy. Back goes Benedictine. And a kill shot makes it 9-8 now. So 9-8 now. Line drive, serve to Campos. Mawson. It hit the antenna. It's 10-8 Central Methodist. That's Paulo Bosa in the serve. Paulo Bosa in the serve. Line drive serve. Back goes Benedictine. Out of bounds. 11-8 now. Bosa in the serve. Line drive serve. Back goes Benedictine. 11-9 now. Jocelyn Lewis. Maria Workman in the serve. Workman to Bronner. Just gets it over. Into the net. 12-9 now. Marina Alonso serve. Crystal Bronner doing the cleaning on the floor there. Gives it to our down official. It is 12-9 now. Marina Alonso. Back goes Benedictine. Out of bounds, 13-9. Alonso out of bounds, makes it 13-10. Thirteen to 10 now. Campos. Blocked. Dump shot is good. Makes it 13-11. Mary Pat Taylor with a kill. Certainly it's 13-11 now. This Benedictine team is not going away. Alonso. Oh, nice job, but Benedictine keeps it alive there. Oh, nice hustle. Yes, good job by Marina Alonso. 14-11. Annabelle Mawson. Line drive into the net makes it 14-12. Bronner. Joanna Milo hits it out, makes it 14-13. Coleman Lee cheering them on, just like a good coach does. Alonso. Here comes Campos. And a tie game at 14. First time we've been tied since 4-4. And a timeout here in the third set. Tied at 14 on CMUEagles.com. I wonder how our men's soccer's doing there. My goodness. Big game. Fortino. Bronner to Alonso. Henson puts it down. 15-14. Central Methodist is men's soccer leading Clark 1-0. 37:01 to go. First half. There's still Bronner in the serve there. And Central Methodist adds another one, 16-14. Of course, Central men's soccer has a top 5 showdown with number 5 ranked Missouri Valley Wednesday night in Marshall, 7:30 there. That should be a fun matchup there. Back goes. And I think it's a double hit call, 17-14. Central Methodist on a 3-0 run now. Crystal Bryant trying to close them out. Back goes Benedictine. Bronner. Campos. Blocked. Callie Henson makes it 18-14. And a timeout by Benedictine. Here in the third set, Central Methodist 18. Benedictine 14 on CMUEagles.com. Of course, don't forget, Central Methodist football team taking on Graceland, 6 o'clock. Also, 6 o'clock on the MLB Network, the MLB Showcase of the evening. The New York Yankees take on the Milwaukee Brewers. Jim Cott, Bob Costas will have the play-by-play from Miller Park. And Tom Verducci will be on the sidelines. And a point makes it 18-15. Of course, as soon as it's done, as soon as I give a quick report there, we'll head back out to Busch Stadium for the Cardinals and the Reds. As today could be a historic day. Albert Pujols goes for number 700. So far, 0 for 1 with 2 walks. Campos. Alonso. Here's Campos. That is beautiful. 19-15. 19-15. Looks like Gabby Achurik will serve. Ochurik. Line drive serve. Blocked. Blocked again! Delaney Miller! It's 4 hits. 19-16. Mary Pat Taylor serving. Ochurik. Miller. And now it's 19-17. Bronner. Healy. Ochurik. Oh, Campos gets it blocked, but recovers it well to Benedictine. Ochurik. Bronner. Healy. Back goes Benedictine to Bronner. Ochurik. Here's Healy. Back goes Benedictine. Bronner. Ochurik. Back goes Benedictine. Miller. Ochurik. Delaney Miller with a kill. 20-17. Rita Campos. Out of bounds, 20-18. Caitlin Mollett. 20-18 now. Ochurik. Double hit call, 20-19. Today's attendance, 22,422. Millions are watching on television. Ochurik. Mawson. Bronner. Ochurik. Delaney Miller, but let's see if Benedictine gets it over. Miller. Ochurik. Healy. Beautiful! 21-19. Johanna Milo. That's Paula Boza will serve. $21-19 now. Campos, Ochurik. Oh, nice job. Tipped. Boza. Healy. Healy digs it out but couldn't get it over. 21-20 now. Marina Wortman in the serve. Ochurik. Annabelle Mawson. Back goes Benedictine. Ochurik. Healy. Bronner. Ochurik. Oh, yes! Great. Joanna Milo, 22-20. Marina Alonso, sir. Alonso. That goes Benedictine. Milo. Oh, beautiful on the line. Annabelle Mawson, 23-20. 2 points away from victory number 9. Most importantly, 3-3 in the conference. It's now 23-21 now. Now. Campos, Bronner sets it up for Henson. It hit the antenna. Now it's 23-22. And a point now. It is now match point. All right, fans, get those hands clapping. Match point. Alonso. Here's Henson. Back goes Benedictine. Alonso. Massa. That's a winner, folks! 25-22. Another three-set victory. Now a set point, match point number 2 now. Bronner. Alonso. Henson. That's the winner, folks! They did it. They sweep them 3-0 now. We'll recap the scoring for tonight. Central Methodist won the first set 25-16. Second set 25-16. Third set 25-23. They will take Central Methodist victory. They're 9-4, 3-3 in the conference. Benedictine is 3-1, 9-4 in the conference. Also earlier today, Central Methodist women's soccer, they defeated Clark 7-1. They're 6-2 and 7-2-0 in the conference. Victory today there as well. The next games are coming up there. Next Friday, they'll be headed to Butte, Iowa, take on Clark. 7 o'clock start time. Next Saturday, they'll be in Cedar Rapids, Iowa, taking on Mount Mercy, 2 p.m. start time. And then the next home game will be 2 p.m. It'll be on the 27th. We welcome in Missouri Valley, 7 o'clock start time, 6:45 p.m. pregame show. The next time you'll probably see me over at Fayette next Saturday. It's Family Day. Starts out with the football game, taking on Culver Stockton at 1 o'clock. Then you got the men's soccer taking on Graceland at 5. And at 7:30, our women's soccer takes on Graceland at 7:30 as well. This is Quentin Norton saying so long, everybody. Hope everyone has a wonderful weekend as well. And that is 5,758 of them. Head out to Busch Stadium as Albert Pujols goes for number 700, ladies and gentlemen.